Scissortail is a 92-foot Pershing that was designed for two things: looking good and going fast. And she does both of those extremely well. With a timeless interior that keeps you constantly connected to the ocean around you, makes this one of the most amazing yachts on the planet. And all of this is connected to 4,800 horsepower, which is absolutely nuts. Stick around on today's tour, and we're going to show you all the things that make Scissortail incredibly special. I'm Noftsinger with Denison Yachting, and today we're going to take you on a full walkthrough, starting on the aft swim platform. We are on Scissortail's swim platform, and this is a really cool space aboard a 92 Pershing and all yachts, because it is that connection with the sea that we're out here all looking for in the first place. This gives you a huge place to get ready to get in the water. Back here, we've also got access to the water toys, which are all in this garage that Pershing likes to call a hangar. So when this is in the open position, we've got a Yamaha Wave Runner in there, a Williams Jet Tender 385. That sits nice and tidy out of the way. It gives you a clean swim platform back here and that nice, sexy, sleek look that you've come to expect from a Pershing. Let's take a couple of steps up back to the cockpit. Something I love about this space right out the gate is when you come up, you step up again onto the cockpit, which gives you a little bit of an elevated position. It feels nicer up here for some reason. It also makes this entire level one with the inside, so the connection is really nice, and we're going to see why that's important later. This cockpit provides an excellent spot for you to either soak in the rays, chilling like we are here in Miami with the backdrop, or take in that rooster tail as you're running at speed and really eating up what this boat's all about, and that's performance. Rounding out this spot, you've got some storage underneath and of course speakers, so your vibe's always good. Also back here, we've got the capstans for the med style mooring, and we've got a little control pad. This one does the passerelle for boarding, and the other side controls the tender garage. On display here in the center of Scissortail's aft deck is the first of the formal dining areas, and this is a very versatile spot. You're going to spend a ton of time right here, fully undercovered, so most meals will be taken outside. Nice space to serve, with both areas having bars to either side, nice buffet setup. On our starboard side here, we've got a refrigerator and an ice maker, and then over to port, concealed under the top, we've got a grill and a sink. From here, we're going to head up this set of stairs and check out the Flybridge on this yacht. Coming up these stairs onto the bridge deck of Scissortail, and this is a cool area on this 92 because it's kind of an area that didn't exist until this boat was created. Great spot to have completely unobstructed views of whatever's around you, and in our case, beautiful Miami. All the way aft, we've got what makes this yacht operate. We've got a low profile mast that keeps all of our electronics housed. We've got open array radar. These domes house a KVH and a Starlink. Located just forward, we've got a little seating area. This is an outdoor dining space and really a venue to just kind of kick back and relax while you take in the surroundings. I remember when I sold this boat to the current owner that we both kind of picked out each corner and just rolled around for a couple hours, and it was a whole lot of fun sitting up here. You're here in the wind and you're experiencing speed, which is what this yacht is all about. And then we move forward and we've got our upper helm area, which is, I think, probably the coolest place to drive from. An excellent vantage point of the entire vessel. And this is just a cool spot to do nearly 40 knots. Up here, we've got really everything the boat needs to operate. Multifunction Garmin display, the ship's computer system, a helm, throttles, all that good stuff. But this is a secondary helm on a yacht like this, and we'll check out the primary later. Welcome inside the Salon of Scissortail, and it's a pretty remarkable salon. This is all one level, and remember, this is a 2013, so it should feel dated, but it's very on point, nicely designed. All the colors and whatnot are timeless and look like they could have been created yesterday. Let's talk about one of the factors that makes the Pershing 92, and Pershings in general, one of the coolest boats in their category. This entire window piece pulls together with double doors and then drops down inside itself. It's a really nice feature to have, especially on a day like today. Here on the starboard side, we've got the seating area on board the yacht. This salon is a nice inviting space. It's got this table in front of you that does expand to give you an indoor, more formal dining experience, or if there's inclement weather, this is where you'll be eating. When you're ready at night, we've got a TV over here on the port side that pops up, and it's a great place to relax and catch a movie, or again, if there's inclement weather, great spot to hang out. When you're on board a yacht, especially one that goes this fast, it's nice to have dedicated storage space on board for everything. That's found right here for all that dining ware that we might need, all the china, dishware. That store is nice and neat here, as well as on the starboard side in front of the couch. All the way forward, we had the optional bar that I think is a really good space on board, because this is the service area for the entire level, and you're typically not doing this all by yourself. You need a spot on board where the crew can access and get to and from. You've got a door right here so that they can service the rest of the boat, and you've got that with this bar option instead of that dining table that would just take up space. Moving up from that bar area, we've got what's the heart and soul of this yacht, and that's the helm station. And I think all of us can imagine driving from this position, doing 31 knots as a cruising speed, almost 40 knots at the top is pretty amazing. From a captain's standpoint, I am center line on this boat. I'm super far forward, and I've got a great line of sight, and everything comes right to hand. I got my rudder controls right here, easy to get to. On this side, my ZF controls, also easy to get to. Over here on the port side, we've got the camera system on board. There's cameras throughout the vessel. That's the primary display. We've got one of our 2 Garmin displays, another one here as you work over. Main engine controls are here, all digitized. That's really nice that they're the first thing on display. On the starboard side, we've got our ship's management system, which tells us everything that's happening inside the vessel. So again, everything laid out really nicely, and easily one of the most important features on a helm. Welcome to the bow of SCISSORTAIL, and like being a Pershing would imply, there is a lot of time that gets spent out in the sun, and this is the spot on board the yacht to do it. You've got a great sun pad sitting right up here forward, and a nice seating area aft. Again, much like that Flybridge area, this is a fantastic venue to just sit back and relax and absorb that speed that you're gonna feel while you're out there on board this Pershing 92. All the way forward, we've got kind of the business end of this boat. Our ground tackle setup, there are 2 windlasses here. They're both hydraulic, tons of ground gear that gives you extra coverage. You can bring different types of anchors, that kind of thing. Nice to find on a yacht this size. From here, we're gonna head inside and head down the stairs to check out the guest accommodations on board. Heading down a flight of stairs forward takes us to the VIP, the first of 4 staterooms we're gonna check out on today's tour. First thing you notice when you walk in this room is that the bed is in a unique position. This makes it feel a little bit larger and allows for getting ready on both sides, as well as making the bed easier. While we're down here, it's worth pointing out the details like the leather handles on all of the accesses. All of SCISSORTAIL's staterooms are equipped with en-suites. Heading aft in the companionway, we have 2 mirror image staterooms, one to port, one to starboard. These rooms feature side-by-side berths, again with their own en-suite. Heading aft, we come to the full beam master stateroom. It's a huge space, nice windows to either side, a cool floating bed, which is something I've never really seen before. It's of note that SCISSORTAIL's never seen an interior refit. Everything you see is original and in very nice shape. There's tons of storage in here, and that's a theme you're gonna see throughout the vessel. SCISSORTAIL's equipped with 5 heads, one being a dedicated day head found on the starboard side immediately down the staircase. This head can also be accessed via the master stateroom. On the port side, we've got a huge head that's the primary for this space. It's got a full walk-in shower and a really nice decor package, again, that you're gonna see throughout. Heading aft from the guest accommodations, we'll check out the crew area, the galley, and lastly, the engine room. The galley serves twofold. It's also the crew mess, so the space could be a little tight, but it's very functional. When you have a yacht like this, having a chef with his own private space to work and actually prepare food is very important. On either side of this space, we have the crew. To port, we've got the captain's quarters that has its own ensuite and a single berth. And for the rest of the crew, to starboard, we've got an over-under configuration with its own ensuite. and this is where you'll find the full-size washer dryer on board. From here, we're going to continue aft through a watertight door and into the engine room. We're in the heart and soul of this Pershing 92. Down here, we've got two 2,400 horsepower MTUs that are propelling this yacht to a cruising speed of 31 knots. In the summer of 2021, SCISSORTAIL's engines received a complete in-frame overhaul. Located all the way aft, we have two Fisher Panda generators. Here in the center of the engine room, we have a shore power converter. The boat can be plugged in anywhere around the globe and supply proper electricity. Forward of that, we have a water maker, and then just forward of that are all the hydraulics for the Bezzanzoni equipment found on board. Over here to the port side, we've got the ship's air conditioning system by Dometic. This yacht received a full paint job in 2022 in pearlescent white. It's absolutely stunning and makes this yacht incredibly unique amongst her competitors that are typically gray. Thanks for joining us aboard SCISSORTAIL. This 92-foot Pershing is an absolute pleasure to be aboard, and we'd love to get you here to check it out in person. If you'd like to make that happen, please contact me or my wife, Carrie, anytime, and we'd love to get you on board.